Whoa. Yeah, kind of look like Rudolph. Anyway, turn it off. Ugh. Still really. Oh, that's not bad. Maybe I'll do that. Whoa. Whoa. Spooky. Um, I don't know. Probably better off without it. Doesn't really do much to help. No. Never mind. Anyway, video. You know what the hell? It's really cold, snow in here, and it's just miserable. So, have limited everything, really limited. It's just starting to get on my nerves a little bit. So anyway, perception. So I can just pretend, I'm pretending I'm in some other faraway place doing a very interesting thing in the cold and the wet. Yeah, fuck it. Anyway, yeah. So again, with this anaconda taking going away for a while, which would be a nice, you know, I don't know if it'll still upload videos from the wayness, but regardless, really annoying. There's nobody wants to have a serious philosophical conversation. They just want to talk about their psychology. They just want to talk about what feels good. They don't want to talk about what makes sense or what's logical or what's sensible. And there's just so many ways you can analogize this circumstance that we're in. But we have this control over this experiment that's being conducted. And so just think of it in those terms. Let's say it was your responsibility, and the things being played with are chimpanzees, let's say, and you're responsible for the experiment. Now, the human experiment will produce nothing. It's all just for the fun of it, right? So it's all for the fucking and the banana eating. And so that's the only value in doing the experiment. So you're going to create chimpanzees, and some of them are going to enjoy fucking and eating bananas and scratching their ass and sitting in the sun and going, ugh, that feels good. And then for that, a certain percentage of the chimpanzees will have a really bad time. Really, really bad time. Horrible, horrible, awful, awful. And, some in between. Some just not terrible, but not very good. And, they'll have some really hard times and blah, blah, blah. And all this is your responsibility. You're going to create these creatures. You're going to be responsible for their existence, for everything they feel, every price they pay, and every moment of misery they endure will be on you. And it'll be you're the one who has to account for it. Like how many times, they live and die and do the same shit all over again. They scratch their ass, eat a banana, fuck, go to sleep. Um, and that's what they do. Fight with each other, steal shit from each other, get all emotional, bang sticks around, yell and scream, um, knock each other's teeth out. Who the hell knows? Um, yeah, for nothing, just for the sake of that. That's what you get in the end. It's just a bunch of experiences by those chimpanzees. I mean, really, you're not gonna take that seriously. You're not gonna say this is a responsibility. You're just gonna internalize it and just say, "How it doesn't have anything to do with me, so I just press any buttons." I feel like a monkey. You just press the go or stop button. It doesn't matter somehow. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna do any equation thinking, value weighing. You're not gonna sit there and say, "Well, how many? What if I increase the number of chimpanzees that are suffering, and what if they all get polio or some other kind of crap? What happens if this, you're not going to do any weighing of the balance of the equation to figure out whether it's a good idea to conduct this experiment. That's your responsibility. You're the one endorsing. You're the one making it possible. You're going to just pretend it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they exist or they don't exist. It doesn't matter whether some of them suffer or they don't suffer. Um, and you're going to call that philosophy, this value negation, this idea that the only thing that has any meaning is your thoughts. Somehow you could just make up the truth, make up the value equations, make up anything you want. It all doesn't somehow just doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter whether they all suffer and die horribly. Somehow that experiment is just as good as no, they all danced around and scratched their ass and fucked happily ever after. You're going to say it doesn't matter. There's nothing to judge. There's nothing to examine. There's no math to be done. I mean, all I can say to that is it's absolute nonsense. It's beyond, it's below juvenile. Once again, you've elevated yourself so high that you have crawled in to humanity's collective ass, and you're sitting in humanity's colon, thinking you're brilliant. And it's tragic. Um, this nonsense. And then to argue somehow that this is the thing that needs to be fought against is any of these naysayers, these people that say we should examine the experiment ever. Like somehow there's too many of those people. There's too many people saying bad things about the game. We need more optimism. We need more fantasy role playing. Um, I mean, man. But isn't this the purpose of philosophy? That's another way he ended this video with it. Isn't this the purpose of philosophy? To just make up shit so you feel better. To get more out of your life experience. Just turn all the shit into ice cream and eat it. And go yum yum. Mentally. Ignore the reality. Just pretend. Just fucking pretend. Play dress up like little 5-year-olds to entertain yourselves. Yeah, it's just so offensive and so on so many levels. Like, the people who are complaining are only complaining because somehow they personally have some angst. That's all it's about. It's just about their personal angst, their personal issues. It is, it's disgusting. It's like saying somebody's a socialist because they're a loser. Or some other argument. It's so inherently insulting, disgusting to play a game like that. Like as soon as you say anything against the Borg, um, it's only because you're not a good Borger. Yeah, fuck you. I have the much better imagination than any of you fuckers. If I wanted to waste my time entertaining myself, I can do that. I don't have any problem entertaining myself. But it's not about myself. Again, I didn't get here by myself. Myself didn't give birth to me. One of you retards did. One of these role playing fantasy assholes is how I got here. So if I don't stop you assholes, something just like me, Jerry Stein, is going to be thrown back into the same situation to make the same video all over again. And that's the problem. My problem isn't some mistake I made. My problem is a mistake some other asshole made. And the only way I can correct for the mistake is to prevent the future mistakes. I don't have options here. There's no, I just get to walk off somewhere and play a fantasy game and the problem will be solved. That won't solve the problem. This really isn't that hard to understand. But people don't want to understand. They don't want to think. They don't want to play fair. They don't want to think fair. They don't want logic to confine them. So anyway, I guess I'll talk about a couple of movies. I watched The Fountainhead. I haven't seen it in years. Saw it when I was a kid. Gary Cooper and what's her name, Patricia Neal, and a lot of good actors in it actually. And but just a horrible movie. I mean, that Ayn Rand, you know, like the worst thing you can be is a self-sacrificing human being. Oh my God, save ourselves from the self-sacrificers. People with a higher mission than their own ego gratification. Somebody who wants to do good and not feel good about it. Somebody who wants to do the right things for exactly the right reasons and not to get anything personal out of it. Oh my God, what an asshole that is. Amazing. Just, just amazing that somebody can make a movie with that as the script. And People bought it. Um, the same people who, to see the same actor who made, Sergeant York and Mr. Deeds does whatever he does, and the other one that was like Mr. Deeds but just had a different title. Um, I mean, just it is such a strange world. Um, Such different characters being played and by the same, not a great actor because he seems like the same guy, just playing a different part and speaking a different speech. But it was just so full of jargon. It was almost like they were saying communist every 15 seconds. But the communism this time was the suppressors, the people who believe in a collective, who believe in group efforts, believe in doing anything constructive that had something to do with beyond just your own gratification. And like somehow there's all these suppressive forces that are stifling all of your artistic freedom when we live in exactly the opposite world. We know what stifles it is these elitist popularity contests. That's what stifles it. These people so obsessed with their ego, they portrayed it as if these people keep giving us something. They don't give us anything. They take by creating their monopoly, by creating their cheap candy that keeps people not thinking and just licking the little sweets. Um, so yeah, that's even a lie that these dynamic, brilliant people are doing us such good work. Like like these elites are creating such a wonderful world for us. We would never have had a computer if it wasn't for Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. If it wasn't for them, we would have never had a computer. Did you know that? I mean, you really, if we go back in time, they sit there and try to deconstruct everything, find it, and find that it's only through grotesque, selfish, greedy gluttony that you get anything good. And it's such a fucking lie. Um, that's only the truth in the world where you could, where you can get a copyright on everything, or you can own permanently. I can say a word, and now and my kind can own it permanently. They can own it forever, and you can never take it away from them. It's theirs forever. Yeah, that's really stupid. That's a stupid world to live in. Um, so anyway, that was one. And then I saw Fight Club. What a stupid fucking movie. I don't know what the fuck you people are talking about. It's really, I mean, I'm so disappointed in so many people who I actually respect who have said things. Oh, Fight Club's the greatest movie ever. Piece of fucking steaming shit. I mean, absolutely nonsensical pile of crap. Um, Not even fun to watch. Not not even close to fun to watch. Stupid as fuck. It's like when Monty Python went bad, they would go like really bad. It was like, and so if you just took the 10% of Monty Python that's almost insufferably stupid, that's how stupid this movie is. The whole idea of, oh yeah, it's such a fun and releasing experience to get the shit kicked out of you. I mean, just the whole idiotic fantasy that somehow that's the dream. I mean, compared to movies like Being John Malkovich or something, this movie was a steaming pile of fucking shit as a psychological movie. There's no psychology here. Nothing that makes any fucking sense. Um, Somebody else suggested it's sort of the same syndrome that made the hero character in the Batman movie. The anarchist who does shit for shit reasons, and somehow we're supposed to admire moronic, taken to some kind of maximum. Like, how do you be the maximum moron? How do you be completely and utterly useless, inefficient, ineffective, pointless, to the most magnificent level? Like, how do you be the ultimate nothing bomb? Like the nuclear nothing bomb. Um, so anyway, just nonsensically stupid. So what do I say about that? Well, I guess all I wanted to say was, yeah, that's why I just don't get people. I don't get them. Sorry, I just don't get you. I don't get you. You're fucking crazy. Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. Um, what you're hoping for and what you're dreaming about, yeah, I guess they're my nightmares. I don't get you. I don't get your culture. I don't get your love affair with such bullshit. Um, yeah, and even the people who are supposed to be off the center, off the pop culture train, right, and driving the Fight Club in the Fight Club train. Yeah, well, you're a fuck. You're useless too. You know better than because your 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 off the norm is itself infantile and cliche. Yeah, I mean it's dime store psychology. Uh, bullshit. So, yeah, so just the you suck video, YouTube sucks. The conversation sucks. There's nothing to. I can't believe I got the internet back and I'm saying, well, what the fuck good is it? Why am I wasting my time even trying to find fucking shit to watch here? There's nothing to watch here. No one's saying anything that means a goddamn fucking thing. So disappointing. Yeah. So yeah. So I'll just pretend it's not. Yeah. I'll just pretend it's not shit. No, it's shit. Maybe I'll pretend I'm talking to somebody with a brain. Maybe I'll make videos only to alien intelligences. Yeah, I did that for a while. Might be worth doing again. But what is there to say then? We'll just say, yeah, it really sucks. All these primitive civilizations that never grow up. They eat their own shit and die. Yeah, that's literally what you're doing. You're just eating your own shit and you're gonna die. Um, as an individual, as a kind, as a group, as an identity, um, as a um, human species. That's all you're gonna do. You're gonna eat shit and you're gonna die and you're gonna do it like a fool, but you're not gonna even grow up enough to say, that was yeah, we sure got duped there, didn't we? No, you're never even gonna be that smart. You're just gonna die somebody who got used and duped. So, now, those are my charming, pleasant, happy words for the day. So I'll go to Norway and pretend we're Director Red or something. Not worrying about. Maybe that's some of that Iceland or something. What the fuck comes to Norway except for idiots? Yeah, come on. Norway? Is that what he said, Norway? Well, it's one of those places cold. Why go somewhere colder? Makes much sense to me. I can have much better fantasies in pleasant climatic conditions. Yeah, I can do that. I would prefer to do that, but that way. I'm going to bother traveling. There's no point in going into one of those wintry places.